This is a live look at Carter Finley Stadium in Raleigh, North Carolina. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the NC State Wolfpack. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and we are keeping a close eye on the weather, along with help from Holly Rose.
This is a bright and beautiful day, but I can tell you the temperature is chilly. Not always used to these kind of temperatures here. They are ready to have some heaters on the sideline. I see players trying to warm their hands. Particularly important for the wide receivers. They do have gloves on, and the quarterbacks trying to keep their hands warm. We'll see how it impacts the passing game here today. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly, I know you're out in the elements. Keep an eye on that. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Wolfpack offense takes the field, and we'll get a look at them first. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays, and then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively, where is the big fella? Like, I got to identify where he is every single snap and give him some extra attention. So if I route him at the line of scrimmage and be physical, have that safety help over the top, I'm not letting him beat me.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. The give. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. The give to the back. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wide receiver comes in motion. Just going to keep it after the snap. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Guys, let's talk a little bit about NC State. With just a few games remaining, they're atop the conference standings. Jesse, how hard is it not to look ahead at this point?
Really, really hard, because everybody's talking about the conference championship, who you might play. You still got to deal, and you still got to take care of business on the field today. That's the most important thing. It's been a phenomenal season up to this point, David. Great things ahead, potentially, but you got to win this one today.
Well, and I think that's what's really important. It's a great start, and now it's about finishing the season. To be at the top is awesome, but you can't lose a conference game or 2 conference games and get yourself out of the mix here right at the end when you're so close to the finish line.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. From the gun, the running back has it. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on 4th down. Looking for the marker. Not going to get there, and the decision to go for it on 4th down does not work. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense comes out first time they've had the ball today. One thing that has been a big point in practice, right side of the offensive line and how they can control this edge pressure. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. The keeper on the option. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Makes the grab. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Things look great with that field position a few plays ago, but now it's 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. On the move. He's going to run it. QB got it himself. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary. The give to the lone running back. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll run him again. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. NC State heads out, gearing up to go on the attack. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time David sort of curbed some of... Makes a grab and room to run. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Making the adjustment. Sends it back in motion. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Swings it out to the flat. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
There he goes. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Fullback's got it. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run.
Well, the fullback helping out his offense here, running the football. Nice job finding the hole and getting upfield. Takes a lot to bring this guy down.
The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. From the gun, the ground game. Knocked down at the 34 after a pickup of 5. It's a 1st down.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the 2nd level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Long way to go on 2nd down. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Right back to the well. Not going to get there. Not going to get close as he's brought down at the 30. It's 4th down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. after the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. Look out! Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Hand off from the shotgun. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. The play fake. Zings it complete to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do.
Here we go. Ready.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the grab. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. The Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Fires to the big fella. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
It's a draw. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak it.
Snags it, and he's open. Now the connection takes it to the 11. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Fresh set of downs going up top. Intercepted to stop the threat. Got room on the return. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
Turns it upfield. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Fresh center downs going to the air. Fires to the tight end. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Man, that's how you finish plays. That is absolutely beautiful by this defense. Way to play physical, not give up those extra yards to give up that first down.
Still looking, trying to make magic on the scramble. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. They'll snap it from the 34 on first and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. It's complete to the right. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Now on second down. He'll set up to throw. Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be third down.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Left side, it's Stewart. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a first down in the red zone. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Inside the 15, first and 10 from the 14. Looking to throw again. Extending the play. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Under pressure. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants it all. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Fitted in the window for the score.
This has been an outstanding job by this football team in the middle 8, right? The last 4 minutes of the first half, they score a touchdown. And here in the first 4 minutes of the second half, they score another. They've changed the scoreboard. They've changed the momentum. Their confidence right now is very, very high. But this is one of those areas situationally in the game coaches are always harping on, and they have executed perfectly.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? From the gun. Got room at the 35. Good gain there. Picks up the first down, and now maybe this offense attacks before the half. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Might as well give it to him again. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. The Wolfpack uses its final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. And he missed it. No good. My goodness, you need those field goals, guys, to cut into that deficit. We're still at 11. North Carolina State will kick it off to open the third quarter. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he pumps it up inside the 20. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. Wants to throw one first. Touchdown, Wolfpack! Oh, that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. Now they'll try the 2-point conversion and try to crawl within 3. Wants to pass. He gets it in for the 2, and now a field goal would tie it. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Here come the Irish back on offense. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Down he goes. Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the Pack on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Keeping his eyes downfield. He'll try to do it himself. He hits the slide, and he's got enough to convert that 3rd down. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Quick give. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Right back to it. He'll be dropped.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. On the return. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. If they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is
trying to beat the D deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Making the adjustment on the play. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. He slides past the first down marker, and he'll convert that 3rd and long.
And on the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
It's Bryant. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And, man, I want to see more of that. Like, I want to see more of this offense being aggressive, taking shots on early downs. It doesn't have to be run, pass. Like, being a little bit more diverse. They've struggled today to find big plays. That's a big one there.
action on first down. Throws to the wideout. Hauls it in. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. Trying to establish the run. Gets it inside the 30, down to the 27, a pickup of 6. He now has 80 yards rushing. He continues to impress as he leads the nation in rushing. Brought down.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. Piles his way ahead. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
And it's not a surprise so far in how this game is unfolding. Like, they're going to continue to feature this dude. Like, 3rd downs, get him the football. Shoot, 1st downs, you're going to get him the football. Had a good start to this football game, and I expect we're going to continue to hear his name over and over in this one.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
2nd and long here. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Give to the running back. He stopped right at the 15-yard line. Needed a little bit more to move the chains. Chip shot field goal from here, but will they go for it on 4th down? It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. They'll run it. Shakes off the defender. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. This time they'll throw it. Hauls it in. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Drops back on first down. Working that left side now. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Turning it on. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. He'll do it himself. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Off-play action. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Irish send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Fires to the middle. Complete to the right. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Caught. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Driven back. The pressure, the intensity is palpable. A huge play right here on 3rd and 2. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long, and here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
Fresh center downs going to the air. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. The snap sets up to throw. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds. Looking to help the kicker out on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 59-yard attempt. Looking for room straight ahead. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And the timing just a hair off.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'd say what? QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
With that, he's got 101 yards on the ground, and he came into this game leading the nation in rushing.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. Caught. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Wants to throw on first. Quickly out to the tight end.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Tight end finds a soft spot. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Back has it. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking to pass, and they don't have a lot of time to work with. Finds his big tight end. Almost in, but they'll say he didn't make it, inches away from the touchdown. If they can get it into the end zone here, they can. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Drops back on 1st down. Here's a throw downfield late. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. This will be the last play of the game and the last chance they have maybe to win it at the gun. Rush right in his face. It's incomplete. A last gasp effort, and the defense finds a way to survive it. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every with us from Kenan Stadium in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. It's the NC State Wolfpack and the North Carolina Tar Heels. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
It is a beautiful day, but I can tell you it is very cold down here on the field. I see a lot of players putting their hands by the heaters. There's a lot of heaters set up here on the sideline. We'll see how that impacts the game. Keep you posted from down here on the field. Reese?
Keep that Super Doppler cranked up there, Holly. We'll look forward to it. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. The Tar Heels offense will go to work first. Redemption might be on their mind as they took a whipping the last time these two squared off.
They sure did, Reese, and their best players made a lot of mistakes the last time out, especially on offense. David, it's really important in this one. The stars have to play like stars. They got to stat it up, and they got to start fast.
And they got to remember what happened. They got to remember the celebration, the on-field antics, the social media, all of it that came with it. The embarrassment of last time. So, yes, your big players, they got to play big, especially in these rivalry games.
Finds his target.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Finds the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go. Ready. Go, go.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Wide receiver going in motion. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. And the Tar Heels are rolling down the field. Back to pass, it's Hill. Got him. Could not make his way to the corner. Long way to go on 2nd down. Back to pass again. Finds his tight end.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing there.
Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. This 3rd down a little longer after that penalty. From the gun, wants to pass. Slings it downfield. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down. The Tar Heels will call on their punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. So NC State's offense will now get its first chance with the football. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did. He was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
Well, and that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for him because how you treat him is everything, and they can still run the football with him, and they can still throw it to him, and he's just a nightmare matchup, and, you know, you want to slow him down. Like, make some of those easy touches a little bit harder for him, but you know he's going to get hits.
Second down, gonna throw it. Oh, pressure's coming. Got rid of it just in time.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
He'll run it. He's got enough. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy
makes the grab in their space. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. Working the ground game. Breaks into the open. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. NC State with a fresh set of downs thanks to that running game. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Escapes the pressure to his right. Slides, avoids the punishment, and picks up the first down. NC State with the 1st and 10 here. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Second down, gonna throw it. They'll run the screen. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's complete on the right side. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll go to the air. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Wolfpack. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They want to run it left here. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Second down coming up. Sets his feet. It's Hill. Quickly to the tight end. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one deep down the right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. And the Tar Heels will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looking for room. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. NC State heads out gearing up to go on the attack. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. He'll pull it down. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Well, it's one on offense. You know, you're trying to run the ball, get that established. You can work the bootleg off of that with your quarterback, but just nothing going there. The defense was in good position. The QB just didn't have enough speed to really hurt the defense on that one.
Snags it over the middle. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker. The Wolfpack line up, trying to forge ahead for a few inches. The give to the fullback. NC State will pick up the first down.
And you give it to the big boy. I like that. Those guys are really stout. They're usually not very tall, thick as can be, used to hitting linebackers. That's what they chew on linebackers for a living.
Wide open spaces. Inside the touchdown, North Carolina State. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
NC State 14, North Carolina 0.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field to start the drive. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And he was just showing off all of the slick moves before the defense finally got him on the ground. They'll go to the counter play. Swapped immediately. The Tar Heels in the hurry up. To the air, it's Hill. Looking for a deep man. Makes the grab inside the 30. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nowhere to go.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. These rivalry games, it's about passion, it's about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him last week, man. He had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game. You can't have a repeat of what happened a year ago, where you're throwing the football because you're behind and you got beat down. Gotta establish the line of scrimmage.
All right, this offense just keeps trying to pound the ball into the end zone down tight, but the defense, they're very, very physical. So I think you got to think about either a perimeter run, a potential run-pass option, or let your quarterback try to go make a play throwing.
Snags it, and there's running. Got some room, headed to the goal line.
That's a tough one to execute on offense in that situation. Third down, you know it's going to be man coverage. If that receiver's not able to create any separation, then he's going to get tackled as soon as he catches the ball. And that's exactly what happened, now setting up fourth down.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. Had to settle for the field goal.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Hand it to the back. Oh, he's got some space. He's piled up 87 yards rushing in this game, and what a steady, productive season he's had as he's closing in on 1,800 yards. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They knock him down right there.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. NC State going up-tempo.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football all week.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots. Read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Right side, it's Bryant. Makes the catch, and he's free. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The Wolfpack picked up that last 1st down with a completion. Let's see what they do here. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. 2nd and long here. Motion from the back. And back to the air on 2nd down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. And now the Wolfpack will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Keeps it on the ground. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Drama there, fellas, and incredible drama across the college football landscape. Week 14, not for the faint of heart. First up, a look at Michigan, taking on the #1 team, the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Looking for running room. Enough to move the chains. He now has 108 yards on the ground, and just another day at the office for the national leader in rushing.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Fresh center downs going to the air. Quick completion on the out route. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on third down from the 45. He's changing the play. He wants to throw it again. Turns it upfield. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Firing to the right, complete. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the 1st down.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the 1st down.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Touchdown, NC State! And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down.
Ready, go!
Looking downfield, it's Hill. And that one's incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Fresh center downs going to the air. Breaks the tackle. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Got it behind the line. It's Bohannon. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. And the Tar Heels line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Got his man downfield. There he goes to the right. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, North Carolina! Wait, can I get the director to give me a replay of that? I want to count the defenders. 1, 2, 3. I mean, there's no way they had 11, right?
I mean, that is frustrating. Defensively, what are you taught? Like, make them earn it, right? Play man, press up on them, make them earn it, make them go the length of the field, don't give up big plays, or just give up big plays and don't have anybody in the camera shot and don't have anybody there to even miss a tackle.
Complete to start this drive. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Red pass, it's complete. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. They just keep firing. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Finding space. They stop him before he can get to the 1st down marker, but he does cross the 50, and now to be 4th down. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He's not going to get there. The defense was sure tackling to stop him a few yards short. Motion from the wide receiver. Sells the run, wants to pass. Trying to get rid of it. And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete. Long way to go on 2nd down.
Here we go. Ready? 1, 20. Ready, go.
Looking for a crease to the left.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. The Tar Heels getting set on 1st and 10. Sets his feet. It's Hill. Quickly complete. That's where they'll mark him a very productive play and a 1st down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. Looking to throw. Looking for the goal line. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
Yeah, and that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get
1st down here, and what a ride this season has been. Just thrilling action everywhere. Close game to finish off the regular season in this one here in the 4th quarter. The give, and tick, 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 tick. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. North Carolina will call it 2nd timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6.
Booster, booster. Go, go.
Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Unloads it left. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. He's got enough to move the chains, and that clock will keep moving, and they'll be able to run it out.
I love the play call in this situation. You need 1 1st down to ice the game, so you're just throwing to the sticks, trusting your quarterback to make the right read. In rhythm, they get it done. They're going to walk out of here with the win, David.
And this used to be a situation where you'd see offenses get very conservative, run the football. We gotta play safe. No. I'm putting the ball in my best player's hands, telling him to go end this thing, and he does exactly that.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win,